Hey, how are you? It's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Fishroom companion. Bolo is asking to show up. Let's see here. First in, Anthony's fishy friends. Guppy Boy. Jesus, great having you here. William, Pridemore, and Chewy Limited, man. What a good group of people. What a good group of people all the way around. Yeah, it's winter has arrived in Joplin, Missouri. The high today was 35, and the low this morning was 21, which is a little fresh. And I'm on vacation this week. I wanted to go out and do some photography in the morning, but yeah, that didn't happen. Hey, Doug Gray, the man who created and ran Project Blue Book. Yes, I did. And Bolo's right here. He's being fed. I'll tell you what, my dog, he's totally deaf. He's old. And this is what's going on with my dog. He wants, if I am not holding him or sitting next to him when I'm home, he's like following me around. He's barking at me. He wants me to sit down so he can sit in my lap and cater to his every need. Rico Stan, what's up, my man? How are the Guppies? Let's see here. A couple of notes. I have a question here. I enjoy both of these guys' live streams, but I've noticed over the last few weeks where I thought they were like buddies, they're doing live streams at the same time against each other. Has there been a falling out between Corvus and Corey? Excellent. I'm glad that the Guppies are doing great. I like Halle Berry to lay in my lap and fed grapes, but she won't reply to your emails. You see, Doug, it'll be that way. And I know you want to feed her grapes individually, like I feed Bolo his food. So yes, I had a nice. I have tomorrow off, then I get back to work on Wednesday. Yeah, Doug, here's the deal, is that Corvus and Corey used to be all over each other's live streams, like in the studio together. And all of a sudden I noticed they're doing them against each other. And he's still doing work on Corey's place. I haven't had a falling out. Okay. Just seemed weird to me that they would do separate live streams at the same time. But I was just curious. I didn't know. So I'm glad they haven't had a falling out. I'll Big Ben and Antonio Brown. So by the way, speaking of stuff, I've done a lot of stuff with the fish in the fish room. I have more to do, of course. It just seemingly that, Friday and Saturday, I got a lot of stuff in the fish room done. And today, not so much. But I have some good news. I have more Amica Splendid fry. I saw another 8, 9 of them today. And so they weren't there last night. Oh, Bolo wants to get down, everybody. So there you go. And so pretty exciting having those fry. Hey, thank you very much. I've got a second 29-gallon aquarium. I've got to get it set up and move some over there so I can begin 2 colonies of breeders. So so that's all good. what else is going on? I don't know. I've just been, I just fed my fish a big fat hatching of baby brine shrimp. Yeah, I'll get them up. I'll put the thing with the babies up, Rico Stan. I'll put together a video on it. Actually, I'll tell you what, there I have to actually clean off the glass. For whatever reason, I've had, even though I change the water all the time, I've had a little bit of an algae bloom, and I've got to scrape them. So there you go. No, Doug Ray, I am not, at least on the first run. I'm not on it. And quite frankly, hospital workers, people in old folks' homes, cops, uh, firefighters, you know, EMTs, uh, what else? Those people should be ahead of me, well ahead of me. It's let's get the people. People who are frontline workers who work at restaurants, that work at that type of stuff. Both of your wife and daughter are positive. Oh, they work in the same doctor's office. Yeah, it's not good. It's which basically means, Rico Stan, you've been exposed. It doesn't even mean you're going to get it. One of my coworkers, his wife got it. He didn't get it. Another buddy of mine, uh, he's a gay guy, and he and his husband, he got it. His husband didn't get it. Don't ask me why. It's a virus. That's the way it works. And Rico Stan, it's you've been exposed, so hopefully you don't get it. Yeah, yeah, I would operate under the assumption that you already have it. I've been taking my zinc and vitamin C and have been, in fact, I have like 3 rounds of vitamins I do each day. I take at least 1,000 milligrams. 1,000 milligrams of them every day. Your wife's 12 days into it. That means you probably already have it, and you don't have symptoms. So let's hope that remains that way. Our buddy John Oliver, he has had the COVID, and so he says he's doing okay. I exchanged notes with him yesterday. Today's drink, Aquafina. It's delicious. The CDC is starting to say that Eagles fans are immune to the COVID virus after having watched their games this season. Yeah, let me tell you. The Eagles could go and win a couple off and win the division. That division's pretty bad. Whoever wins it's going to be, probably have a losing record. So it's great. Okay, let's see what's going on. Bolo, come on. All right, here we go. Say hi to everybody. There we go. Yeah, my Vikings are pretty bad. Pretty bad team all the way around. I don't really know how the Eagles can go, by the way, and I'm not just pooping on Eagles fans. How they can go from winning a Super Bowl and looking pretty dang good to being like this a couple of years later. Your Bears are right there with them. Yeah, your Bears are not good. Aquafina is that Asian American actress. Yes. Hey, yes. How are you? So let's see what's going on in my. What else is going on around here? I don't know. I've just got to get. I've got to do stuff around. It's just never ending. I've been listening to a lot of music though on my days off. I was listening today to the Cranberries, the Dropkick Murphys, Charlie Pride. He died. I like Charlie Pride, so I saved a few of his big hits to my likes list for my Amazon Echo. I think I have about 350 songs that rotates through them. No Ravi Shankar, none. I like his daughter though. It's she's nice to look at. It's her music's a little slow for me. I like a little more energy. But that whole thing of like the old style torch singer, it's is pretty amazing. Caliga, Calega, I think you're saying it right. Spelling so overrated in this world of internet stuff. I swear to you, my spelling, 20 years ago was aces. And now I'm looking at stuff going, huh? Have any of you, anybody who's over the age of 40, have you noticed that your spelling has continued to get worse as time goes on? Caliga. Okay, there you go. Also listen to Soul Asylum today. And yeah. Excellent. Excellent, Rico Stan. So hey, it's your spelling's awesome, typing stinks. My typing's all right. I have to write a lot of reports. I'm on now day. Let's see. So last report I wrote was last Wednesday, but I have to write a report and have it ready to go. And I like to do it ahead of time. So I'll do that tomorrow on my last day of vacation. I'll sort of stop as the day goes on and get it done. And get that in. So there was a Zoom meeting for IFGA people on Saturday afternoon, and which is that some members of the IFGA did it, but the IFGA would sanction it, and lots of people are complaining about it. And Jess, Maze Tail, Fur, and Fins, how are you? Great having you here. By the way, if you're here, say hi. And we got a good group of people here to go through. Yeah, I like George Harrison. That was fine. Some of his post-Beatles work was pretty good. Nothing is worse, though, than Paul McCartney and Wings. Holy crap. And by the way, the Christmas song, the Paul McCartney Christmas song, wonderful Christmas time. It sucks. It's awful. Paul McCartney after Wings, pretty good. So I don't know what the whole deal is there. Is that obviously he's one of the great songwriters of all time. I mean, there's some bad music that came from Paul McCartney and Wings. So I don't know what. But God bless him. He's like 80. He looks great and goes from there. Am I blaming the deceased Linda McCartney? You actually like Band on the Run? Yeah, I'm blaming Linda McCartney. He put her in the band, and yeah, I'm blaming her. It's the idea that Big J's Fish Keeper, what's up? How are you doing on Fish Fam football this weekend, my friend? I'm in serious danger of losing today. Select Pet, what's up? Great Wing song is Beware My Love with the real John Bonham playing the drums. Sure, it wasn't Linda. You're not doing so well on your fantasy football, Big Jays? I haven't looked at the. I looked at my score yesterday. I was disgusted. Today I have to make sure players score to win. Alishan AS. Winter is coming to the Northeast on Wednesday. We got snow yesterday. Nothing stuck, but it snowed, turned into water once it reached the ground for about 5 hours. It was coming down pretty, not heavy enough to, to overcome warm stuff, but going on right from there. No, that was Paul's next wife, who got him for a lot of money because he didn't sign a prenup. The new defensive coach for the three-peat New York Jets. Hey, anybody could be a coach for the Jets, I believe. I mean, I don't know what the deal is. That team can make more bad decisions. I still don't know why they got rid of Rex Ryan, who got that team well into the playoffs several times. He had a bad year, so they just whacked him. And I thought he was an entertaining coach. Does well on TV now, so we get to watch him on TV. Oh, 0-16 times 3. Yeah, generally, it's like the Bungles. And he was into a different type of football. Yeah, that's true. It's he loved his wife's feet. And I think that actually was kind of nice. It's kind of romantic when that video came up that everyone sort of freaked out. He's just showing affection for his wife. A little role playing. Hey, those are nice looking feet. I mean, come on. That was great. Absolutely great. No, but I probably did. But hey, he was eccentric. Don't we need eccentricities? We need more people who are eccentric. It's all good. We're already going off the rails, and then we're 18 minutes into this. Thanks, gang. So let's see what else is going on with the fish room. I don't know. I put a cucumber in. I'm watching my plecos go nuts on it. Yeah, Chewy did not. He tried to. Well, no, Chewy did help Doug Gray because he started off with the Ravi Shakur thing and then brought up George Harrison. Then we went complaining. I went complaining about Paul McCartney and Wings on the crazy train. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. So it's Chewy is fully involved with this going off the rails. Fully involved. Listen to Bolo cough. That's his congestive heart failure. You'd rather talk about Rajna Meisner, not Mark Messier, who was a great player. That's Bolo's heart. Yeah, he gets water on his lungs and around his heart, and he's on medicine to control it. Oh, Randy Meisner was an original member of the Eagles. You're correct. Oh, wicked female drummer from Germany, Deutschland. I'm not. My last name is German, and in 2 world wars, my family members went over and took it to the Jerry's there, and took care of the Germans twice. One of my uncles was mustard gassed in the big one, World War One, and another uncle was shot down by the Germans over international waters. Monster Fish Gal. Oh yeah, let's not get into COVID shot conspiracies, Doug Gray. And a brunette as well. Well, I'm pro brunettes. I'm pro redheads, pro blondes. I love them all. Equal opportunity admirer of the females. He almost mentioned the war. You know what? I was too young of a kid. My dad had an uncle who lied about his age to go to World War One. He wanted to be a war hero, and he got mustard gassed by the Germans. And he had very poor eyesight. He could barely see because of the mustard gas. He was really a good guy, but I was too young to really ask him questions that needed to be asked. And he didn't have children. He and his wife didn't have children. His wife had passed on before I was born. He never remarried. And so Uncle Gil, he wore a suit wherever he went. And he smoked those Moore cigarettes, the long, slender ones. And he smoked like 2 packs a day from World War One until his untimely death at the age of 87. And I was a teenager, and he used to spend time with us at the holidays. And I spent time with him, but I didn't really ask him the questions that needed to be asked. So, by the way, if you're somebody who's under the age of 25, you've got your grandparents around, great aunts, great uncles, ask them every question. I didn't, and I feel bad about it now. And because there's stuff I didn't know. Thank you very much, Monster Fish Gal. 12 here, 10 likes. And hey, Bolo. I never met my mom's parents had moved around, and because he was an insurance executive with the Hartford, they lived in Hartford for a period, New Jersey for the period, Chicago, Minneapolis, California, and I got to know my grandparents really well as an adult because I grew up in the Midwest, and back in those days you didn't fly around as much as you do now. And so I got to know them as an adult. Yeah, your internet went out twice. Yeah, that's not good. Not good, Jesus. Okay, Bolo. Let me get him. I mean, I literally just took him out for a walk right before we got on, so there's really no reason for him to go for a walk. He probably just wants to be fed, like Halle Berry wants grapes from Doug. Hello. Yeah, there you go. Escaped the U.S. When I lived in New Jersey, I think I've brought this up before. Hey, John Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. How you feeling, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, it's yep, so Bolo's here. I don't know what his deal is. He's being real fussy. You're feeling pretty normal? Good. When do you get cleared to do normal junk? Are you still have to be at home? What, Bolo? I may have to take a Bolo break and fill up his food dish. Driver for the individual retirement account. You see, there you go. Well, hey, this pandemic touches us all. It really does. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fill up his food dish and grab a couple of treats. And he sat on my lap today for at least 7 hours. So I don't know why he's doing this now. I'm coming. Okay. So the other day, I think it was on Friday morning, I woke up because, and I was on Anthony's all night live stream. And I think I was the only one who was awake. Tawny Katan, yes. I do not know. Was she married to Tom Hanks? They're in a movie together. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, she attacked him with her shoe or something like that, and she was drunk. So there you go. That's sort of and Tawny Katan, never to be seen since. She's probably a realtor, in Houston or something. Your realtor, Tawny. Oh, she lived with the guy from Rat. Huh. What's a VD going on there? Some pretty women are crazy. Who knew? Hey, you, Bolo. Hello, little guy. So, it's let me give the list of, since we're here, let me do something Tawny Katan, American actress. Chuck Finley she was married to. And she has 2 kids with Chuck Finley. So there you go. So she's Yeah, it's Robin Crosby's with 2 B's, apparently. So there you go. Who else is Yep, so it's yeah, it's a heck of a deal. Her last TV role, she was uh she was on Botched, was a show that talks about bad plastic surgery. Yeah, by the way, yeah, that was for Whitesnake. And David Coverdale seems to have bounced back and married a very nice lady. Has a nice family. He lives in Lake Tahoe, last time I heard. You want to say hi to everybody, Bolo? Come on. Come on, say hi. I'm just going to hold him like this because I think this is sort of what he wants. Yeah, Jesus, you're full in on this, Guppy boy. Yeah, we want to know. It's yeah, yeah. When they were and also on top of the world, and that type of metal was real big. So yeah. So other than that, let's see here. I did a lot of feedings today. I've prepared more water. It's all good. The ATMs are still exploding, and it's so common in Philadelphia that they never make the news anymore. It's like back in the day. All of a sudden, there was there would be a robbery at Mr. Guernsey's convenience store. It'd be leading the news all the way around, and then it became a little too common. No one brings it up. ATMs at the beginning, pretty exciting. We wanted to know all about it, and then boom, the city of brotherly bombing. That's right. So that's good. Okay, Bolo has decided to sit down. Robin Crosby died of AIDS. Yeah, that's right. Heroin, by the way, guys, I hate to tell you this, it's not a good drug. It's bad. Don't do heroin. And yeah, heroin is bad. So what, Bolo? Yeah, it's yeah, heroin overdose, pneumonia, and AIDS all at the same time. Not good. I have not picked an El Pleco yet. I've been going through them, and I want one that doesn't get 10 inches long. So I'm still looking through it. part of me is going in, and I've thought about this, and it may be a bad idea. I've been thinking about. Well, I may end up having to go with a 10-inch long pleco, but I'm working on it. L333. Okay, I'm going to look that up and see what this one. Oh, that's nice. King Tiger pleco. Yeah, it's good looking. Yeah, it's a nice looking fish. Okay. Okay. That may be something I look into. That's a good looking fish. Yeah, is it Alishan? Is it algae eater or a carnivore pleco, or a wood eater? Someone like to munch on the wood. You have to get that carnivore. Yeah, there you go. I like carnivores. It's kind of neat. Okay, Mr. Bolo. You want to get down? It's like these rare times, and now my back's itchy. Have to rub it on the couch like a bear on a tree. Yeah, it's yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to read up on that one. It's the right size. Right size all the way around. Oh, so the IFGA did something, and an L18. I looked at L18s. Yeah, like a koala bear. Yep. Doug Gray in his most recent uh, video cracked a koala bear joke. You'll want to watch it. So yeah, that's good. So they did this IFGA, but the IFGA did not sanction it. A Zoom call with one of their master breeders, and it was interesting. It I learned a lot, actually some stuff from it. L66 and L46, both warm water carnivore plecos. Yeah, you see. Pecolcia group, good to work with. Yeah, so I have to figure that out. I'm going through and looking at that very carefully and getting that up. Tomorrow, I have well, tomorrow's payday, so I get to go spend all my money and do that. Hopefully, I can get some stuff for the fish room. It's I actually have to go in, and I'm like waiting to the very last minute. I have to get an LLC for Mobb Guppy so I can write off stuff. My accountant wants me to do that. So, and by the way, the wacky world of having an accountant. Yeah, the Ides of December. You know, he told me to do this like at the beginning of June, and I'm just getting around to doing it now. I also have to ship off my Christmas gifts. So my family members, we all have pretty good senses of humor. and which is helpful. So I'm shipping every member of my family, just my immediate family, my brother, sister, and my sister's kids, the same thing. Mainly because I think it'll be funny when they do the present opening, and I'm not going to be there. Ship on 12/15 for guaranteed delivery by February 12th. I'll tell you what, I have one thing I'm waiting for. You know, I talked about this on Saturday on my ill-fated live stream because the chat wasn't working. Is that you've seen these TV commercials? It's an insurance thing. It's for Progressive for Dr. Rick, and Dr. Rick's this guy who does therapy for for people who've just bought a home who are becoming their parents. And let's face it, we all do it. You know, things that happen that that happened in your household growing up. I guarantee you there's a couple of things that you're doing that are just like, your mom or your dad or your parents or whatever. So, about 3 weeks ago, at 4 a.m. when I woke up, I impulse purchased a thermometer for the garage, indoor, outdoor, hang on the side of the garage, inside the garage, so I know what the temperature is there. Why? Doesn't matter. But I did it because my dad did it. So I confessed this to my siblings, and I asked my brother if he had one, and he goes, "No, I don't." So you know what I'm sending him, and I'm going to sign it from Dr. Rick. So I'm sending every member of my family a 3x5 picture of me. There's a couple of different poses. So they can go in, and it's mainly just for when they open them up, it brings a lot of laughter. And that's what it's all about. It's all about laughter. So that's sort of my deal there. What? What, Bolo? Let me pick him up again. This is like his, third or fourth time getting up? Come on. Okay. Again, I don't know what his, he's pooped several times. Yeah, the picture idea, they did like staff pictures at my office for like our email thing with all the same background, all that sort of stuff. And they came up with like a lanyard, like a business card that goes on every email. So when the guy was taking my picture, I kept doing poses like this. And so he took a bunch they sent to me, and so I printed a bunch of them up. Some of them are getting repeats of them because I only liked 4 of them. My sister made the mistake by telling me that she thought the pictures were quote unquote fun. So I haven't done a Christmas card this year, mainly because of the inability to come up with something to put on last year. And I know I've said this before, but it worked really well, was a picture of Kim Jong-un and riding a horse. Send a donation to the Humane Society in their name. Yeah, that isn't a bad idea. Send a donation. The donation I give, the animal thing I give money to, is the Peregrine Fund. I'll send money to them, and I also send it to the condor programs at the Los Angeles Zoo. The white horse that fed an army, yes. So they're going to be sitting around, and I jokingly was telling my parents had I have not done this that my parents had. My parents in our childhood home, there was a little room off the master bedroom where they kept the TV. There was only one TV in the house, except for a cruddy TV in the basement that you couldn't get anything. Human Fund from Seinfeld. Ah, excellent. And yeah, you see AC/DC, they have a new album coming out. I've heard one or two of the songs. They sound great. So it so we had a quote unquote where we watched TV. And I don't know if it's a French thing or what have you, but my mom called it the sitting room. And the sitting room had shag carpeting with like this real weird green and white, you know, uh, wallpaper. So Festivus may last for 9 months once we hear all the grievances with 2020. Yeah, let me tell you, we all agree with that. I mean, what a nightmare. I am so ready to have my shot and be able to go and live somewhat of a normal human life. They won't let you do a review on it. Do you know the engineer? Well, you know, they do all sorts of weird stuff. Politicians will go and do all sorts of stuff. I think you can do a review on it, Chewy. And the cuts I've heard from are pretty good. Okay, Bolo. So now shots are supposedly going to be delivered. Were delivered to states today. I saw a little coverage. I saw something from the New York Post about the first person to get one in New York. You can't go wrong with Mutt Lange, except he ruined his marriage to Shania Twain. Because he had an affair with his best friend's wife. Which, by the way, gang, a couple of things going on. You have a friend and you all of a sudden take a hankering for their spouse. If you take up with the spouse, generally speaking, not all the time, generally speaking, your spouse and your buddy won't be happy with you. Yeah, but how old is Mutt Lange? Mutt Lange may be retired with his new love of his life that he dumped that wonderful Shania Twain. Oh, he's 72. And so he may just be retired. Well, except he did produce some Nickelback. Let's see, what has he done just recently here? Hold on. Yeah, his last album that he did was 2015, it looks like. Yeah, so he's retired. He produced the best rock album 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago. He's retired. So do you hear Bolo doing his thing here? And see if he can, I think he's hungry, but for whatever reason doesn't want to eat. Gonna give him his thing. Down. Crystal, how are you? Great having you here. Yeah, George Harrison's wife was not safe with Eric Clapton. But, you can actually give sort of Eric Clapton a hall pass because he was on heroin. He was on heroin and cocaine. So it's like, I don't think Mutt has any type of issues like that. And I think Eric Clapton's wife ended up marrying Bob Geldof or something. It's it's incestuous all the way around. When Shania came back, that is when the dog was let loose. Yeah. And she's a nice Canadian girl. Yeah, but the deal is, Chewy, is that bad press in, being a rock music producer. It, it just it went from there. So who knows? You saw a colony of zebra plecos today, first time. Was it at a store, S, or were you over at somebody's place, somebody's home that has them? Hey, Bolo. Oh, what a good puppy. Ah, new friend of yours, John. That's cool. I've seen zebra plecos a couple of times at fish stores, but I've not been to somebody's home that has a colony of them. I would love to. Bolo. This is what he wants. Jeffrey Cunningham, great having you here. How's it in the great Northwest? Great Northwest all the way around. So, yeah, freezing activities. By the way, throwing warm fish water on your wet lawn, on your cold, wet lawn, that just adds, a lot of stuff for, um, a lot of stuff for, for your future spring when everything begins to go through. It's dark, wet, and cold. Yeah. I loved Bellingham, where my parents had retired to. But just being fair about Bellingham, it was kind of a cool place, kind of funky. I kind of liked it. My parents loved it. I'm just going, yeah, 6 months of rain, really? It's yeah, it's seasonal affective disorder is big in that. Does Vancouver have that same issue? I know Northern California has it where you go a couple of months without seeing the sun. Pretty much all the way around. Yeah, the other thing I think to do here during the winter is is that realizing because the sun goes down so early, is to make sure that that you're following your routine. Yeah, Fish Water on the Lawn was oddly Deep Purple's second choice for the song Smoke on the Water. There you go. It's bad up here in northern New York as well. Well, you live in upstate New York. I hate to say this. You expect some snow. We're not quite that far, but let's see here. Alexa, what time was sunrise today?
Sunrise on Monday, December 14th was 7:28 a.m.
Alexa, what is sundown today?
The local sunset time in your current location for Monday, December 14th was 5:01 p.m.
Yeah, so let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 9.5 hours here of sun. Hasn't been much snow. We're almost 50 inches behind average. Sorry. Well, at least I wasn't like it was something bad. It was just giving you the sunrise and sunset. What? Do you hear him? He's like growling. I turned off the mic. See typing. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Played the full version of Inagata Davida. And 15 minutes long, 5-minute drum solo. I've not added that, by the way, to my music likes. But I do own the album. Because it's one of the great. And if you're not familiar with that song, ask your streaming service to play it for you. Huh. I just got a note from a text from Pizza Hut. They're offering vegan Beyond Meat Italian seasoning for your pizza. Huh. I don't know if that plays all that well, considering all the carbs and all the fats with the cheeses, but, who am I? At least they're not killing the cow for, for that delicious milk that makes into cheese. By the way, I have vegan chorizo in the house. I make that with eggs. It's great. But I picked up the Beyond Meat like beef things. I made that with eggs. Not that good. You have to like really put a lot of salsa on it to make it go through. Play 1 hour of snake jazz. Trenton style pie. I'll tell you what, even though people in New York and New Jersey complain about it, a real good Chicago deep dish is really nice. I love a good New York slice, and I enjoy that style of pizza. But a deep dish isn't a bad deal. New Yorkers and Chicagoans, they talk past each other on this. It's like some sort of a big rivalry deal. Brianne Farrell. Do you know what? I don't have stickers yet. That's something I will do in 2021, and I'll let you guys know. Yeah, real deep dish pizza is really good. Yeah, but I have a logo. I just need to get stickers made. I promise right early in 2021, I'll get some made up. Mobb Guppy pot stickers. There we go. There's a New Jersey, New York. Chicago style is a casserole. Yeah, my company's Christmas party, they did pizza. I ate so much pizza that I got home and I had to take a nap because I was going into a carb fall off. What? Sorry about Bolo, everybody. Uganda's being affected by COVID. They're wondering about the gorillas. Yeah, I saw that, a story on that. It's and the chimpanzees getting the COVID. Thank you, China. Thank you for doing that to us. It was really nice. Yeah, I like pizza too, and it's there's a place here that I have not gone to yet that apparently it does Neapolitan pizza, and they got the pizza oven from Italy. YouTube friend of mine is a game warden Ugandan, and they don't have the time right now to post. Yeah. Extreme pizza. That's probably terrible. That's a good question. There's a used car place not far from where I live called Extreme Motorsports. Bought a flower horn to be exact, still a fry. Started grooming today. Is it combing its hair, Jesus? Yeah, it's you need to get a big aquarium for that, buddy. You need to get 90 gallons for that thing. I'm trying to get footage of Lake Victoria underwater. That'd be pretty cool. Only surprised me that gorillas are mostly eating veggies and get that big. Seems to be a trait common with herbivores in nature. Thank you very much, Anthony. Have a good one. Appreciate you being here. Well, it's elephants are basically herbivores, biggest beast on the world. And gorillas they do eat insects. Why do gorillas have large nostrils? It's because they have big fingers. Bump. Yeah, well, it's pasta. They don't have a huge some veggies have carbs in it. And are ants pure protein and termites? Or do they have some carbs in them? Never looked that up. Something to learn. Insert user block, Doug Gray, insert. That's funny. Okay, Bolo now. Are pound for pound the best food source on the planet? I'll tell you what, I have gotten these Cricket protein bars, and they're delicious. One bad joke and you get banned. I haven't banned yet. That's It where's Kaler tonight? It's yeah, I know Doug Gray's most recent video told a koala joke. I thought the second joke, which I can't remember right now off the top of my head, I thought that was the better one. Yeah, so they have these cricket protein bars, like in different, and I got like a sampler of them. They're really good. Bug bites go well with milk and blueberries. Yeah, Bob has been on a run. He's making lots of videos. That's good. Keep him from being arrested again. Yeah, I thought Cinder Elephant was pretty good, Doug Gray. That's the one I thought was pretty good. That punchline, which by the way, everybody's about 7 minutes into the video. And I trust me, you'll want to see it. You'll laugh, you'll cry. So it's all good. All right, gang. This is it. Bob's team thought is coming up. Yeah, they were all decently bad, Doug, but I thought Cinder Elephant had a little bit of a deal. Bolo's going to make me take him for about 5 walks. That's what's going to be happening. Hey, thank you guys very much. You have a good one. Talk to you later.